All right.
Are we live?
I believe we are.
Okie dokie. Hello?
I just tried to swap out the cameras so that in case you accidentally touch this one, it doesn't freeze up again.
She's doing it.
Okay,
Here
so
she comes.
grab her. We have a cat that we need to get control of. Otherwise, she's going to be a problem. Lisa's been trying to catch her. Oh, she got her.
Bye, guys. See ya.
Okay. So, hello. A lot of people are commenting on the no shenanigans thing. That's directly has to do with things that happened last week. So, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you're not going to know unless shenanigans happen.
Oh. Well, I wasn't here, so I'm not part of that.
Slow mode is on. It certainly should not be. I don't know why that would be on. Let me change that here. I've never changed that, so I don't even know how to get to it to fix it. Oh no, yeah, I've always had that on. Because kids come in and they spam stuff in all caps over and over and over again. It's on 20 seconds. That's not a big deal. If you have to say something more than every 20 seconds, ooh, there's a problem. So anyway, listen, we started something big yesterday, but we're not allowed to talk about what it is
Okay.
because there's gonna be
Members have been kind of getting a little bit of behind the scenes stuff.
well,
Not
members
much.
know exactly. I mean, they know exactly what we're doing. They don't know all the details. Lisa put out a members only video yesterday, making the members aware.
You
of
said
what's
just
going on.
make sure I'm not in it, and I went around and I was like, say hi.
Did you remove the? I did, and it wasn't for any kind of controversy or anything like that. It was, I don't know. I just went a little bit too far off topic, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not going to let that stand on that channel. So I did delete it. I apologize. But anyway, we started a big project yesterday. It's been a long time coming. There's going to be a video starting the project that's going to come out this weekend. At least that's the plan.
Yes.
It's not made yet, but
I'm super excited about finally filling up that 125. It's been a long time coming.
yeah, I wanted to talk to you about that. But we'll have to talk about it when we're not on stream. Otherwise, everyone would know what the project is.
Yeah.
But kind of feel like that needs to go in here. And I'll show you why later. We'll talk about that. Joe Provenzano, Finsanity Aquatics donated 5 memberships. Thank you.
Wow. Thanks again, Joe.
I know, Joe, as if, come on now, as if you don't support us enough. But yeah, there's reasons. I'm going to show you and I'm going to explain to you. It'll all make sense.
Yeah.
We can't keep speaking in code like this. Listen, we are completely from top to bottom. Okay, well, maybe really only on one side, but we are remodeling the Lisa side of the fish house. And we started it yesterday. So
Actually, it's the only thing not changing is well, no, it is. That's changing too. My antique table corner with my nano tanks on it, it's getting moved a little bit. There's a little bit of a change there, nothing major. I need to pay more attention to my tanks. We've been so occupied with so many other things that everything's healthy and doing good, but I'm not happy with some of the conditions of some of the tanks. So I'll be rescaping some tanks.
you know what? I'm going to go into great detail in the video that will hopefully come out this weekend. That's my goal. I don't want to miss a week, but I'm going to go into detail about why it needs to be done, why things were the way they were, and that's that. It's not,
Yeah.
it's just life is what it is. It's not anything controversial. It's just life being what life is. People are asking about Roxy. Roxy, you would almost not even realize there was ever a problem. She is, well, I should just let you talk about it because
Well,
you're the one that took her.
yeah. Last week, I was getting ready for the stream. I was upstairs, changing my clothes, getting ready to come down, and my son, he comes up and he knocks on the door. He's like, "Mom, Roxy's peeing blood." I'm like, "What?" So I go to look, and sure enough, she had been peeing blood. And so I took her, and thankfully, they got her in right away. I was the first person there because they open at 8 and close at 8. They open up 8 p.m. and close at 8 a.m. They're a middle of the night type of emergency clinic. So we were the first ones there. They took her back for like an hour and a half, hour. They did an ultrasound, and they said that she looked like it could be more than a UTI. So, but they wanted to start her off with antibiotics, and it's been helping her a lot. So, yeah.
No more peeing blood.
Yeah.
She's
But-
back to, I mean, she was never really not acting normal.
But that's what's concerning is that, there could still be a problem, but I'm not going to overreact. I don't want to think that way.
That dog has had every problem in the world.
She goes back to the doctors anyways in another week for her, like 15th Cushing's test. So they'll look at her again.
Yeah, so thankfully that is no longer, well, I mean, there's always going to be issues with Roxy, but that scare last week was only really that night. And the next day, everything was
Yeah, she
going
was
fine.
doing good.
So-
she started doing better each day. So
So yeah, I mean, our life has been occupied with that and then this new project. And I drive this beautiful woman sitting across from me crazy because when I make a decision, okay, we're going to do this, I just immediately go into the mode of doing it. You are someone that is
Like
much
to-
more methodical
like to
and
think about it. Let's make plans. Let's talk about it more. Let's make sure it's a great idea.
but then you blink your eyes and 6 months goes by and it hasn't happened. So it's like, I would rather go for it, just get into it and go. And so we had the conversation on Tuesday, or did the conversation started on
Tuesday.
Wednesday we were working on it.
Yeah.
And then
I
today-
think the hardest part was catching all the guppies.
Yeah,
Oh
there
my
is that.
gosh, there's so many guppies. Anybody want guppies? You can pay for shipping. I'll send you guppies.
For the record, I suggested that yesterday, and she was like, but then we have to ship them. I'm like, well, that's kind of the point. You want to get them out of here?
Yeah.
We could do giveaways. We could sell them. I don't think we should sell them. Why would we sell them?
I always give them away to Mark.
Give them away. Well, yeah. We're going to need to go visit Mark.
Yeah.
A lot
I told
soon.
him that I would bring him guppies. Lots and lots of guppies. I said, it's probably about 34,672, so I hope you have room.
And he thinks you're kidding, too. But we're going to be visiting Mark at Aquariums Unlimited a lot for this project
Yeah.
that we have going on. And the anniversary is coming up next month, a week after Superman premieres, by the way, just in case anybody's wondering. Saturday the 19th. It's the 19th, right?
I don't-
18th. It's the 18th. It's the
Wait,
19th.
wait.
The Aquariums Unlimited.
Okay, I thought
10-year
you were
anniversary.
asking me about Superman. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I was like, I don't know.
That's the 11th. It's a national holiday.
okay.
I'm not going till the 12th because
Okay, so yeah, Aquariums Unlimited is on the 18th. And I did verify that they're not doing the birthday party that weekend for Andreas, so it'll be the following weekend. So,
Virginia, 2 weeks in a row it is.
yeah. So we will be at Aquariums Unlimited on the 18th. So I hope everybody could come. We will not be there as soon as it opens. It
Why
never
are we
happens
going to be there
that
on
way.
the 18th? Why not the 19th when they're actually doing the party?
What?
It's on the 19th, isn't it?
The 19th is a Sunday. The 18th is a Saturday, I think.
If the 12th is a Saturday, wouldn't the 19th be a Saturday?
I don't know. Let me pull out my handy dandy calendar.
I have a calendar. Mine's already open. The July 19th. I don't know why I just said the July 19th. So it's official. July 19th,
Oh, okay.
like I said.
Why did I get that confused with? You know why? I already remember why. Because I got Andreas's birthday confused for the 19th, and his is the 20th. His birthday is the 20th. So we're just having a discussion. Don't mind us.
So we're going to be up there on the 19th, not the
Yeah.
18th.
Yeah, the 19th.
I mean, who knows? We might go up on go up there on the 18th too, but we'll be up there on the 19th. But we'll probably be up there before then.
Oh, I
too.
already told him. I scheduled with him that we would be there 4th of July weekend. So Saturday the 5th we'll be up there too.
Oh, that's your plan for? Okay,
I already made the plan.
that's good.
I already put in my wish list.
Well, and you know what? We did something on this channel a while back. It did take a while, but when you did your tank, we kept it a big secret what we were
Oh.
putting in there.
Yeah, nobody expected goldfish.
Nobody expected goldfish. We're going to do the same thing with this 125, which the 125 is actually sitting right there. I had to move it in here to get it out of the way
Yeah.
so that we could do the work. It's empty, so it's not like I picked up a fully running tank. She told me yesterday what she wants to put in that 125 gallon, and I just got to say, I got a little emotional. So
It's not what anybody would have expected.
it's definitely not, but it's going to be really, really cool. So,
But you know, if anybody could take care of these kinds of fish, I can.
well, I would hope so.
I have a lot of experience with.
Probably more experience than people even know. But stay tuned for that. It's, that 125 gallon tank has been here for a while, and Lisa was dealing with health issues and have to have surgery and do all this kind of stuff. So it's been sitting. John, why didn't you do the husbandly thing and put it together for her? Because you're not married to her. I am. And I know how that would happen, or what would happen if I did that. I would never do it right. You sure it would be a nice gesture, but it's like, you know what? It ain't hurting nothing. It's going to stay until she is capable of doing it. Well, she's capable of doing it now, but the place that we have been talking about putting it ever since we got it, I don't know if I'm comfortable putting it there,
Oh,
is what I'm trying to say.
does that mean I need to get a bunch of like 75-gallon tanks?
Well,
Because I can't have an empty wall.
what I was thinking
Just kidding. I
was
guess I could.
both of those,
Huh.
and then we put the 125 there. I know you said that other thing could go there, but there just wouldn't be room for that. It would have to go somewhere else.
How would it fit there?
It'll fit. I measured it.
Where?
Well, this-
From.
From the end of this tank straight over, but set back a little bit, kind of like these used to be. Set it back a little bit.
Oh, I wouldn't want it set back. I would want it to be center like.
Well,
up
but the problem is
close
it would run
next
right
to
into the
yours.
window. I mean, who cares? We don't use those windows anyway.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
As long as we could get back there, then that'd be fine. See, we're having this discussion live in front of 48,000
Wow.
people,
And we're not arguing.
but this is,
think-
this
I
is
think
fish
I
room
would-
stuff.
I think I would rather have the fluorescent breeder colony, because those are mine too. The fluorescent breeder colony with the fluorescent fry. They can each be in their own tanks, kind of side by side, and that makes sense. They're too young to leave their parents.
I think what I would be comfortable doing is putting the 90 where we were gonna put the 55, put the 55 where we were gonna put the 125, and then that other thing maybe could go somewhere else. I would feel a lot more comfortable than that. So the problem is, if y'all don't know, that building is like older than our house. It's extremely old. It was moved here. It used to be a school. It was moved here and connected to this building.
The
And-
people that went to school in this school used to walk to school.
Yeah. It was a one-room schoolhouse. Obviously, it did not have the bathroom, which that has been added. We didn't
Yeah.
add it, but when you walk through that building, it is very evident that it's really old. That's why all of our big tanks are over here, because over there, I'm 228 pounds, and every time I walk through the room, it bounces. And so, you know, it's no big secret. The 125, we got to go in there, but as I was in there working today, I don't feel like the floors are prepared for
And
that.
I would rather be safe.
You would hate to come in
'Cause
here
I-
one day and it's in the
It's
ground.
in the ground. Yeah, and the cats are.
The building
Ow.
wouldn't collapse, but the floor could certainly collapse. And yes, it's true. I could get underneath there and I could support it.
Not that you
but
don't have anything else to do these
I know,
days.
yeah, it's no big deal. Just put it, I'll do it tomorrow afternoon. But, there's ways of rearranging it. And, she's already agreed to it. And it's official. 47,000 people saw you say that.
Can you? Oh,
But the only thing is, well, no, it's still, I love that idea because, yeah,
I really think, that would look really good too.
you daggone right it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So there is going to be a lot of things happening in this fish room, fish house, fish building. And I'm excited. There hasn't been a lot going on in here other than just taking care of fish. But, I guess now we've made the decision there's going to be changes in here.
And
There's going to be
better
changes over there.
Better to do it now before fish are actually in that tank and then have to be moved, because that would be and substrate and everything.
Even though we already have fish in those, but those will be easy to move.
They'll be easy.
Those won't be bad.
Those stones aren't even. Nothing's glued down or nothing, silicone down or anything.
Got to put a background on it though,
Oh,
because
I don't know.
oh no, it's yours. You can do whatever you want, but
Well, I
think
I don't know how the valve's gonna do. Well, I'm gonna put a light on it too, because I don't have a light on the grow out tank right now, but because it's right in front of a window, so I use the window light to do everything. I don't care about algae.
But with that comes, well, you just said it. With that comes algae.
Yeah, that's what my snails are for.
It's true. So I'm excited about it. There is, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. It's weird. It's a weird feeling, but you and I have both felt absent from this building.
Yeah, we had that conversation. Like, was it the day before or the same day we talked about?
I think it might have been the same day.
Because I was like, you know what I really miss? I said, I really miss us in the fish room together, working in the fish room, doing fish care maintenance, just taking care of the tanks together, not one of us running out here one day trying to do something and the other trying to run out and get something done. And it's like, it feels like it's a more, like, it's not enjoyable that way. And my favorite part of fish keeping has always been us doing it together. Like when we had the garage, we hung out, we talked, we took care of fish. It was just a great time, maintaining the tanks, doing stuff. And then even when we were at the other house before we moved here, I had my beta room and my beta system downstairs, so you were doing stuff. We weren't I mean, we were in the same space doing totally different things, but we were still in the same space doing stuff. And it just was fun. It made it more fun.
And I agree. I mean, I've said it so many times. The most fun we've ever had as fish keepers is when we had that garage.
Yeah, definitely.
But it was the thing that I said to you the other day was I never realized, like, at the last house that we were at, all of my videos and our live streams that we did, they were all in our 2-car garage that we had on that house. And we fixed it up, and it was, you know, it looked nice, and I painted the walls.
When it was downstairs, though, it was really fun. I really enjoyed
it's true,
that.
but right. But what I'm saying is, I had in that garage, that was my office, because you stole my office.
Yes, I did.
And she admitted to it. What is this world coming to? Are the stars out right now? That room was my fish room. Those were all my tanks in there. Your cats, but my tanks were all in there.
Yeah.
And then my office. And so
Right.
I've said it many, many times. I don't like the sound of aquariums. I don't like the loud water trickling when I'm in my office. I like it if I'm in a, you know, if I want to be in that environment. But if I'm in my office, I want it to be quiet. I want to be able to do my work, whatever. And so I complained about it all the time. Like, I can't wait to have a separate office space from the fish house or fish room. But now I regret it. Now I'm like, I miss that. I miss not having this behind me as I'm sitting here editing videos or whatever.
It makes you feel very detached.
That's it.
Having it out here, it definitely makes me feel detached, because there are days that it's like, oh, I gotta go out to the fish house. I have to feed the cats and feed the fish. And that's all I do that day. And it's like, I don't like that, because then we're over in the other building working, and I've got to take care of all the snail tanks, and it just makes it not as fun. So I love that we're getting back in here, and actually I think it'll be really the first time since we've been here that we're gonna have a day, and it's the day that we come out here and do the stuff.
And not only that, but it will be a nice hangout spot.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun place to be. I don't know how much of a hangout spot we can make it because of your cats destroying everything. Like putting,
my cats
ideally, it'd be nice to put recliners on your side. We can't do that. The cats would ruin
I told you the table, the round table with the 2 chairs, would look really cute.
Sure.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that is in a nutshell what's going on with us. It's a lot. And I know already, because I've already filmed the intro. The hardest thing is just starting. And we're past that. So I was in there today, I got about half the amount of work done today that I thought I was going to get done, which is kind of how it works with us. It's not that I work extremely slow. It's not that I'm lazy. It's just, if I think something's going to take an hour, it takes 2 or 9. That's just how it works. If I think something's going to take a weekend, it takes 3 weeks. So I'm kind of used to that. You are used to it. It's become a running joke now. It is what it is. So that room, but we're going to do videos documenting all of it. I'm going to do something really, 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 really cool. I'm going to say it again, really cool.
Really?
Really cool.
Really?
That will kind of incorporate maybe even possibly a Money Pit style video for that side. Meaning I'm going to be crafting something 12 feet long.
I'm excited about that.
And then once that project is done for you, perhaps I can do the project for this tank that I've been putting off for 5 years.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's exciting. And I feel good about it. I'm looking forward to at least getting that stage 1 done. That's going to be fun.
Well, I know that when it comes to those 6 10 gallons, I'm going to have to be catching a lot more guppies.
But you're going to be doing a lot of scapes. You're going to be doing a lot of cool
excited.
stuff.
I'm excited, and I'm rescaping. Well, basically, what has happened is my 6 10-gallons have turned into guppy tanks, and just it's ridiculous.
It's absolutely true. Every single one of them.
Guppies with a lot of cherry red shrimp, just a lot of shrimp, some snails, and it's just like I think 4 of the Hygger lights I had on there broke. So they don't work. So I lost the plants, and I was too lazy to replace them. It was just like, I said, whatever, the fish are fine. And so that happened. And then I do have plants still living in the other 2, but they just don't look as good as they used to. It's like, oh, let me add water. Let me do a water change occasionally, not like I should. But the guppies are happy and they won't stop breeding. So obviously they're fine. And I'm just excited to take everything out of there. I want to get rid of the guppies. Not every single guppy. Of course, I'll keep my 75-gallon Planet all male baby, all of them tank now. Used to be an all male guppy tank. I goofed and put a female in there by accident. But yeah, it'll just be fun to actually rescape 6 10-gallon tanks. They're used. They're not brand new. I'm not going in spending a bunch of money on old or new tanks. I'm just using, my old tanks, my old lids.
Which are still in perfectly fine shape.
Yeah, I mean, it's the kind you get at Petco for $1 a gallon. So, if you ever want ideas, you'll be able to see easy escapes.
But the real thing, the cool thing about that is going to be how we're going to set up those tanks. At least, that's what I'm going with because I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's going to look really good. I should have like this theme.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Listen, Marine Josh said, hey, mate, would love to see some saltwater content. Well,
yeah.
You shall very soon. Well, I can't say very soon because I don't know when. There is a company that I don't want to name them. It's a company I've worked with before. They have been after me for a while to show. Actually, it was going to be for you.
Oh yeah, when I was going to get that.
Yeah. So the story goes like this: I have a 240-gallon saltwater tank. I enjoy it. It's cool, but I'm not good at it. So I made the decision I wanted to downsize, and I was going to do it. I was going to convert a 75-gallon to saltwater and then make my third 240 a hap tank and then separate Imbunas, peacocks, haps. But then I was like, well, that company has been wanting me to show their all-in-one setup. And so I was like, well, why don't we just do that? But that company was talking about sending you that tank a year ago, and you just never said.
Good Lord, it was probably.
It was longer ago. It was when we got that.
Yeah, when you got the big one. Yeah.
So, yeah. So I texted him the other day.
Not into saltwater.
And he hasn't texted me back. How dare he? Does he know who that was that texted him? How dare he not respond? No, actually, my contact at this company is a good friend, very good friend. Is the kind of guy, the reason why I texted him is because if I call him, we're going to be on the phone for 2 hours.
It's true.
It's a problem.
It is.
And he knows that. If he calls me and I don't answer, he knows that I didn't answer because I don't have 2 hours. So that's why I texted him. And he's not much of a texter. So I'm going to text him again. I'm going to say, do you know who I am? And he'll laugh and he'll get a kick out of that. But so we're going to get this all in one. And that's going to be where we're going to take the saltwater down to that. But it's not going to be like a little 13-gallon Fluval all-in-one. Those are great. I've had those. As a matter of fact, do I still have that one? Is it a spec? I don't know.
No, you gave it to the bug guy.
You're exactly right. No.
Joey.
You're wrong.
Joey.
You're absolutely wrong.
I thought you gave it to Joey.
I gave him the 24-gallon.
Oh.
Fluval had the spec, and then they had a 24. It was either 24 or 26-gallon That's the one I gave him. The one that the clownfish got lost in the sump for 6 months.
I didn't know you had more than one.
Yeah, I had the little teeny one. It's like a little 5-gallon that I had. I
think
kept
that
killing
was
saltwater shrimp in
That was
it.
the year I checked out.
You definitely, you took
checked
a little,
out of fish keeping that year.
little bit of a break. But
You couldn't even. I have no idea what you kept.
yeah, that was like 20, around then. Who even knows anymore? But the tank I'm talking about is 61 gallons, so it will house what the fish that I have perfectly fine, and it'll be great, and it'll be a lot more easier to maintain. I don't care what anybody says. A HAP tank is easier to maintain than a saltwater tank, so the 240 will be easier to maintain, and then it's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. But that saltwater tank is probably going to have to go on your side. I mean, you have infiltrated my side, so it's about time I infiltrate
only have
yours.
1, 2, 3,
4.
5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8.
Double the amount of tanks I have. Oh, okay, not the same amount of water, but still. I have 4, y'all.
I don't want salt water though.
Well, you don't. It's not going to be for you to take care of. I'll take care of it still, but you will. It'll just be on your side. We'll figure all that out. We don't have to make a decision right now. It can't go here. Perhaps we could move the refrigerator and it could go. I think that would be a little tight. I don't think I like that idea.
I don't like that idea.
But we'll figure it out. Even if it was to mean setting that 125 back a little bit and putting it like at an angle there, that might work. See, this is how we work together here. She treats me good, I treat her good. That's how this whole thing works. See?
We're pretty good at compromising when it comes to fish keeping. You just
Oh, when it comes to fish keeping, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
What are you talking about?
See, I have this money pit channel, but what people don't see behind the scenes is me basically saying, okay, what color am I painting the walls? What color am I painting the cabinets?
Yeah.
What kind of hardware am I putting on the cabinets? I don't talk about that in the videos,
Yeah.
but she's the one that makes all of those decisions.
But if you say you like something, and if I like it, I'm going to say I like it. You just don't like it when I say, I don't like it.
Because every single thing I do, I want you to say, that's the most amazing idea ever.
Or if I say no. You hate when I say the word no.
Yeah.
You're like, I've got this idea, and I'm like, no.
There's a lot of times I had ideas I wish you would have said no, but you didn't.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have learned to say no more often.
So anyway, Marine Josh, there will be some saltwater stuff. And it's weird. I'm reluctant to put up videos about it because when I do, people are like, what the heck is this? It would be like me doing a gardening video. You know, it's like so out there. But I'm going to do it anyway because, I'm going to do it anyway. And so I'm looking forward to it. It is a major project. It's going from a 240 down to a 61 gallon and then converting the saltwater tank to freshwater. There's a lot of things that have to fall into place in order to be able to do this. It's like our fish room is like the game Clash of Clans.
Oh, gosh.
In order to upgrade this, you have to upgrade that first, and then you have to upgrade your town hall in order to be. It's that kind of a thing. If you want to do this one thing, you have to do this, and this
You
first.
can never really just do this thing
No.
you want to do because there's so many other things that have to be done before you do it.
That's right.
It happens with everything in our life.
We have to get that saltwater tank. We've got to figure out where it's going to go, and that's going to involve moving other tanks probably. And then we got to set that up, and then it's going to be a whole thing. But the cool thing is, I will say this: the saltwater tank that I am going to get is an all-in-one. It's. There's not going to be okay. Well, now I need to go get this and go get that and get that. It's all in there. I'll have to get, substrate. Which no, I won't. I got substrate right there. But I might provide a couple little homes for the clowns. I'm just saying.
Oh, really?
The anemones.
I like them.
I love them so much too, and so I might do something like that. But anyway, it's going to be fun, and I can't wait. I'm excited about it. Dennis came in with his John Hudson impression avatar and donated 5 channel memberships. Now those 5 people, along with the 5 that Kaylin Shepard donated or gifted, and Joe Provenzano gifted, they're all going to get to see that video, the super secret project that is not a secret anymore because we just told everybody what it is. They're going to be able to see that, and we're going to be doing that more often. Listen, let me explain something. We have been doing for the last couple of years a lot of like how to fish keep videos. We haven't done project videos and things like that. And so if you're just doing like education type videos, it's hard to come up with ideas of what to do for members extra. Doing a live stream for channel members is just not enough as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it's fine, but it's also not, because there's no way to do it where all the channel members are available to do it. So we like to do the little videos. And since we're doing a lot of projects, we got so many projects, one after the other, we're going to be able to give a lot of behind the scenes channel member type videos.
I've been trying to do something, more the last couple of days, because I feel so bad, we haven't done as much as we should recently for members, so
that is all about to change. So thank you, Kaylin Shepard, Dennis McKelvey. I'm just going to say it that way, and if I'm saying it wrong, I'm sorry. And Finsanity for the donated memberships. Danny Dragon 1990, finally able to make a live chat. Having a baby who is now a toddler is chaos.
Wow, definitely.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
But I got a new 20-gallon for my birthday. Yay.
Oh, nice.
I missed you guys. This is Danielle from Aquarium Gems, by the way.
Oh, wow. Yeah, haven't seen you as much, so that makes sense. A new baby would be the reason.
Well, it's not a new baby if it's toddler.
Well, still new.
But don't you know, Danielle, you had that baby and then you blinked your eyes and that baby's a toddler now.
Yeah.
So be careful, because we blinked and we've got 5 adults out there having kids. They're breeding. They're out there breeding. And
they're breeding. You act like they're fish. They're out there breeding. Oh my gosh.
We've got these breeding colonies out there. They're reproducing. And we can't figure out what to do with the fry. So we know.
They drop their fry off with me all the time.
That's right. And it's fun. But no, it is the most beautiful thing. So congratulations on that. And absolutely enjoy every single second, because it is true. You will blink your eyes and you're like, where'd they go? And they're off doing their own thing and they're successful and you're proud of them. But at the same time, it's like, oh man, what happened? Jerry Goebel, speaking of saltwater, what happened to the guy from Fritz that helped you set up the first salt tank? If he's not with them anymore. He is not. Sean Hale has started his own company. It's called Aquarium Builders. And they're doing really well. It's like a sales group. So the thing is, this is, what's it called? What do they call that? I don't know. I don't remember what they call it, but something to do with baseball. Like this is, who cares? Behind the scenes stuff that's not necessarily public and not really anybody's business, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sean Hale, who has sat in this very seat when we did that, and you scaped that tank with his wife, he was a contractor for Fritz. And he had a group with him that were all, including Evie, who were contractors for Fritz. Well, he has moved on and he has started his own thing. I actually saw him, when was the thing at Chris's? Like May 1st, something like that?
It's about a month ago.
Saw him. He's doing great.
Yeah.
He's got like 6 or 7 brands that he's representing. So he's doing really well. And that's where Sean is now. I don't talk to him as much because I am on Team Fritz. We are on Team Fritz. And so I would be in contact with him all the time then. But now we have a different contact at Fritz, and he's amazing. And Sean was great too. But Sean was, I've never met a human being that has more on his plate than Sean Hale does. It's
Well,
insane.
Like you, he puts it on his plate.
It's true. He does.
He does that to himself because he's so ambitious and he's just ready to do all the things. And it's like, he's like, I can do this.
He's
I can
worse
do
than
that.
me because he's like, he comes up with an idea and he's immediately like, okay, let me call this guy. Hey, can you do this for me? And it's
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh, that conversation I mean, it's the funniest thing in the whole world because we're sitting here having we were driving, I think, to Aquariums Unlimited.
Yep.
Me and Evie were in the back. Sean was driving. And I was like, he was talking about the new master test kit that was coming out, but it hadn't been out yet. And something clicked, and I was like, it's too bad we don't have it here right now for this video we're getting ready to do, because that would be perfect like advertisement for the new master test kit. He was like, well, you know what? Oh, I got an idea. And he calls his boss. He's like, not gonna say who, but he was like, hey, yeah, hey, do you think you could get one of those master test kits and like take it to the airport and have them like fly it over here, like, you know,
so we can
send
have
to-
it this afternoon
Yeah,
from Texas.
Yeah, send it to Norfolk, and we're gonna be up there anyways, and we'll just go pick it up.
That is what
And
he does.
His boss was like, no, that we're not doing that. It was hilarious.
That's the way he is. But you know
But
what?
he thought it was a great idea, and he thought, you know what, it's worth a shot. And that's what I like about people like Sean is like, well, you never know unless you try.
And that man gets S done. I would have,
Yeah.
if we were all sitting around just having a conversation in the room and we weren't in front of 48,000 people, I would say the word that
Yeah.
starts with S. He gets S done. I mean, if he says he's going to do something, guess what? Consider it done. It happens. It may not happen fast because there's 28 people that have to get involved in order to get it done, but he will get it done. And case in point is that saltwater tank. I was working with Jake Adams. We were going to do a tank for me and a tank for you. Jake was going to come here and help us, and then we were going to go to Colorado to go to his place and set up a freshwater tank with him, even though he already had like 12 freshwater tanks. He just kept it secret. And then Jake passed away. And so I had a conversation with Sean not long after that, and I told him, yeah, we were supposed to do this thing, and he passed away. And he's like, you know what? Because Sean was very good friends with Jake too. He said, I got it. We'll take care of it. Me and Evie and Jimmy will come there in place of Jake. So that's the way Sean is. I adore that man, and I'll do anything for him. Well, within reason, you know.
Yeah. That was a fun weekend.
We took them and showed them. And now listen, for all of y'all can talk whatever kind of smack you want. But we took him to a real barbecue joint. He's from Texas. He's from Dallas.
Oh my gosh, we go there, and he says, yeah, I'll take one of everything.
One of everything. That is a fact. One of everything on the menu.
One of everything on the menu. It was hilarious.
It's a barbecue place that only has like 12 things on the menu, but he absolutely did see that. We'll just have one of everything.
That was hilarious.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun, and he wants to come back and do something again. I don't know how we're gonna do that. I mean, I'm gonna have to tell him, Sean, I don't have anywhere else to put tanks. What do you want me to do here? I mean, we're filling it all up. Unless you want to come with Joey and build a 6x6. See, you weren't here for that conversation last week.
I listened, though,
I know you did.
because I was lurking.
Right there.
What?
That's where it would go. It's right there in the center of the room, right there. Joey's going to help build it. So you know it'll be done right.
I think that.
Wait for it.
Sort of like
Wait.
what?
Wait
Like
for
what
it.
Mike has in his store.
Well, no, I wouldn't
Could
want
you
it to be
walk
open top. I wouldn't, but I would want it to be. You'd
I
see
do.
it from all the sides.
I think it
No,
would look really good open top.
because I want stingrays in it.
Well, why can't you have an open top?
Because I don't want them to go out of the tank. You know, they like to surf up the glass, and I don't think they would. But I also don't want to keep the water down. I'd want to have the water full. See, you don't remember this because it was a long time ago. Joey took two 125s,
Yeah.
bought them used, or he already had them. I don't remember. He took them apart and took the front and back of the two tanks, put it together
And
in
made
a
it
square,
That is so
and made a
cool.
6x6 tank for his black diamonds.
Yeah.
And I've been jealous ever since. He got on the stream, not on it, but he was in the chat,
I could tell.
and he was like, "Let's do it. I'll come down to Virginia." Or not, well, he can go to Virginia. It's not going to be the right place, but he said, "I'll come down to North Carolina and we'll do it."
Yeah.
So
I think that would look really cool. Yeah.
you heard her say it, right?
No, I love the idea.
Y'all heard it.
I really do. I think that would look really good.
Now, to be clear, I
But
told
it needs to
him,
be sitting up, though, not sitting on the floor. It needs to be up.
y'all, what did I say? In that stream, I said I want it to be really high because I don't want to bend down to see in it.
Yeah.
In last week's
Oh
stream.
my gosh, I would look so good right here around all these tanks.
I have
When
to
are we
run
doing
power
it?
from the
When are we doing it?
Talk to Joey.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think he said like in the fall is the first time he'd be available.
Okay.
So we might have to make that happen. I think that would be amazing. And I don't even care what kind of stingrays we put in there. Matoros. I mean, I want to go see Kevin. I want to go up there.
Oh.
There needs to be something that happens in New York that makes us go there so that we can go to Predatory Fins and get some stingrays from Kevin. Not that I wouldn't trust him. I would have all the trust in the world to just say, Kevin, just send me two good ones, or what? I'll pay
Two
for
good
them.
ones. I can't imagine him not having. They were all perfect.
I have not been able to stop thinking about it since we were there, and I was with Kevin, looking into those big giant vats that they had with the stingrays in it.
Oh
I was
yeah,
like, I have to do this.
I got all the footage of that.
I have to do it. So, yeah, we might be able to make something like that happen. But again, we've got 19 things to do before we're able to do that. But that would be what an incredible series of videos that would be.
I
Get
love
Joey in here.
stingrays.
I told him too. I said, you and Tamara, you just go get in trouble somewhere.
What? Go pick watermelons?
Whatever you want to do. Y'all go. Me and him
There's
will be in
no
here and do
trouble
that.
around here except
true.
picking watermelons at night. That's fun.
But it's not even trouble because we're allowed to do it.
I
But
know, but it just
it
feels
still
so
makes it
fun.
feel
Like,
sneaky.
yeah, like, we gotta wait till it starts. Can anybody see me?
Yeah. So good times. Hammer Fight 777 just recently in the past 3 months set up my first 29 gallon. Your vids were great help. Keep it up. Well, thank you. And congratulations. You got into the game with one of the best sizes out there. I mean, I think the best, wow, I can't speak today. The best tank size for anybody to start with is a 55. I will say it to your face. I will say it to anybody's face. But if you can't do that, a 29 is my next choice. I think a 29 is that's a great
Yeah.
tank to get started with. So good job. Perfect.
Yeah.
Jerry said, New Jersey Aquashella isn't far from Long Island.
True.
These are facts.
Very much. That's the only one I would really want to go to, anyways. Not really trying to go to LA for that Aquashella.
And I don't know if I'll be driving to New Jersey.
Oh, do you want to talk about that? Because that's I think that's what made remember when I said my watch told me that my heart rate was going up and it was really high for resting heart rate. It's because I was thinking about the truck and I messaged you. Did they call about the truck today?
No.
Yeah.
So Lisa and I have a routine. Well, it's our job. Our routine is our job. Mondays are our busiest day every single week. And the reason why is because we ship plants on Mondays and Tuesdays. We ship snails on Mondays and Tuesdays. So all of the orders that come in from Tuesday afternoon all the way through the weekend have to get shipped on Monday and Tuesday. Plants is usually not a problem to get them all out on Mondays. Snails, you break it apart into Mondays and Tuesdays. That's how we do it. And we have to take it to a post office that's 45 minutes away. It's a long story. We don't need to make it any longer. We go there. That Monday was our anniversary.
Yeah.
And we went to dinner. We went to our one of our new favorite restaurants and had a great dinner. It was wonderful.
So good.
And then we stopped at the grocery store on the way home. And then as we're leaving the grocery store, my only 2-year-old truck that only has 39,000 miles on it, it's 2.5 years old. I pull out of the parking space and it just dies.
It goes, oh, when you go to start it, it goes,
Yeah. It just died. And it says on the screen, it's got a digital dashboard thing. And it says, press start button again. So I press it and it made that sound. She just said it just went ring, 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 ring. It was cranking, but it wasn't turning over.
Yeah.
And I'm embarrassed. I'm like, this is a brand new truck. I mean, to me, 2.5 years old, it's still brand new.
Wasn't in a parking lot or anything. Just, in everybody's way. Just right in the way.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. And the
Very
weird thing is, there was a dude broke down in the exact same spot when we pulled up.
Yep.
But he had got his out of the way, and we just took his place. Broke down.
Yeah.
So I just had this gut feeling.
And I had cottage cheese in the back of the car.
Yeah, we were immediately worried about the groceries. It's true. We absolutely were. Because it was a super hot day. I had this gut feeling that it was a computer issue. And I needed to disconnect the battery, connect it back up. It would reset everything, and then we'd be good to go. And I was right. We found a nice guy. Actually, we didn't find him. He walked up to us.
So
hey,
nice.
Can I help you? Yes, you certainly can. Do you have a 10-millimeter wrench? He didn't, but he knew a guy that was also in the parking lot that did.
He was waiting for him to come out so he could ask him for his wrench.
Rural North Carolina is a beautiful place to be when you're in trouble. And so this other guy had a 10-millimeter wrench. We disconnected the battery, hooked it back up. Boom, truck fires right back up again. We drive down the road. We're 3 miles from home.
On a back road.
55-mile-an-hour road, and it did it again.
Yep.
But this time, I'm driving 60 miles an hour down the road. Yes, I had my hands at 10 and 2 because I'm the perfect driver, and it just dies.
Yeah.
But fortunately, I was able to pull it into not a driveway, but like a little turnoff. I didn't run, let's be real. I walked over to a total stranger's house. I've never met this person at all. And I knocked on his door. I guess I don't come across as all that threatening because the old man that lived answered the door and he invited me in. Like, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I explained to him what was going on. He said, yeah, I got him, Rich. Come on in here. And took me through the house and introduced me to his wife and, the whole thing. And
invited me to come sit in the house.
Yep, because it was super hot. It turns out he's related to my neighbors. So that's a thing. So that's cool. Small world. Anyway, he gave me a wrench. I took it out there, did the exact same thing again, and fired right back up again, and we got it home. Called the dealership. They came and got it the same day, on Tuesday. Came and got it.
The next day, yeah.
And they have had it ever since. And they have not. Of course, this problem has not happened for them. So she called me, the service rep called me yesterday, and she was like, it ain't doing it. We drove it all over the place. We drove it even to the Virginia border.
What?
And it didn't do it.
So they put more miles on it?
I don't care. They better put more gas in it. Shoot. But she's like, do you mind if we keep it another day and keep trying and see if we can get it? And I'm like, yes, please do. I mean, I have my work van, which the air conditioning's broke during the hottest heat wave we've had all year. That's not pleasant. But I'm like, yeah, keep it. Do what you got to do. And I didn't hear anything today. So there's that. So
that's just aggravating.
What I believe still to be a brand new truck is at the shop. It shouldn't be. We had a Ram.
Never, ever
for
did that
14 years. Never broke down once. I have a GMC and it broke down 2.5 years. That Ram had 170,000 miles on it. It never, the only problem that ever happened to it was somebody ran into it in the parking lot.
Yeah, they rear-ended me. Mess their van up though, not the Ram.
You know, the day we bought that truck, I did say, let's go drive that, then let's go look at the Rams, and then go. I didn't need to look at the Fords because everybody has Fords, and I didn't want one. It's a nice truck, but I didn't want one.
I don't like the truck anymore. I think you should trade it in.
That's not going to happen.
It's a piece of crap. Unreliable.
Unless they find a problem, if they give it back to me and they're like, sorry, we can't find anything wrong, I'm going to really be really mad. And I'm not. Don't tell me to go trade it in because I'll do it.
Yeah.
You don't know who you're messing with here.
No, I know. But I just don't like unreliable. Like,
I don't like that feeling.
That's a bad feeling, especially the way we do drive to places sometimes that are far away.
The reason it has 39,000 miles on it after only 2.5 years is because everywhere we go, I'm not going to have her drive me somewhere. What am I, an idiot? No, we take the truck. I've driven the truck to Florida, drove it to Connecticut. I drive it to Virginia at least once a month. I mean, that's why it has as many miles on it as it does.
My car is 5 years old and has 60,000 miles.
Well, the truck will have 60,000 by the time we get there, too.
What?
By the time it's 5 years old, I mean.
It'll have a whole lot more than 60. You're already halfway. You're more than halfway there.
At 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So let's do the math. At 5, it'll have 60. Or no. It'll have 80 because it's got 40 now. Yeah. Just shy of 40. But anyway, I don't want to talk about my truck anymore because you want to talk about heart rates going up. They better find a problem. Finsanity Aquatics with a $5 super chat, as if he has not supported our channel enough. Can you clarify what Jay Wilson was saying about CJ possibly selling tanks in the future at the new place? Yes. Did I talk to you about this? Okay. So one of the things that CJ is doing with their expansion is they're going to start offering distribution for overseas companies that don't have a presence in the United States. And there is a company, I would have brought it home, but I came home early. And I apologize to them. I don't remember the name, but a really nice company that sells all-in-one aquariums. This is not who I was talking about before for the saltwater tank, but Steve was like, "Yeah, you're going to have one of these in your fish house." I'm like,
that's funny.
Aw shucks, but really nice. They look super high end, but they're not super high end priced. And you know what they look like? They look like something you would see in like Aquarium Design Group, or like Jeff Miyake's setting up at one of the Aquashellas, or something Jen Williams is working in, like rimless, really nice setups.
Gotcha.
For aquascaping. So yeah, that's really all I know about it. I mean, I did see they had a brochure, and they have some beautiful stuff, and the tanks are all the way up to 125 gallons. So, you know, it's exciting. It's cool. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something. I'm not. I've just told you everything I know about it, except for the brand name, because I don't remember that. But that's honest to God, I don't remember the name of it, because it's a European company that's never been in the United States. It's never been available. So why would I know the name? But if things go the way they'd like it to go, then it may be available in the States, and I might be showing that to you in one of my videos or one of her videos. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I wonder what I want. I'm thinking now, like, what do I want now?
There is a space there. We can move those cabinets over, put them up against the bathroom wall.
Oh, those cabinets could totally go in that part.
Well, that's word for word what I just said.
Yeah. And we could put a fish tank there.
Yeah. Oh, what a great idea. Thou, I would have never thought of that.
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, you've got real vision, lady.
I know.
That's amazing. What a great idea.
I really think we should do that.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Crazy in Love AZN, Crazy in Love Asian,
Arizona.
Arizonan?
Arizona.
Amazonian. I don't know. The Tank Talk podcast, the best podcast on YouTube, live streaming someday.
Oh, I told you guys should do that before.
I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever do that. And I got to be honest, I don't know that Jason and I have ever even talked about it. I don't know why we wouldn't do it. I think if Jason and I did live streams, see, here's the problem. Jason and I are not going to do a podcast or a live stream like you and I are doing right now. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what the chat does. We're not going to do that because we would, if we're going to do something, if we're going to sit there and talk for 2 hours, we want to put it up as a podcast. We don't want to have it be a live stream. So I think if we did something like that, it would be for like if we ever incorporated channel memberships or something like that onto the Tank Talk channel.
Oh, that would be a great idea, and that could be your thing that you all do.
Yeah, I mean, I think we could possibly do that. But with him having a live stream on his channel, me having a live stream here, and I'm streaming on the Money Pit now, and it's like, I don't think I want to do another one. But we could certainly do it every couple weeks or something like that for channel members. But we don't even have channel members turned on for the podcast. So I don't know.
That's what I appreciate about you all having the best podcast on with fish keeping is that you guys don't charge for it.
It's true.
Yeah, and you all have really good information, and you've had great guests on. So it's like
Jay Wilson was on this week, and that was a last minute. I literally asked him the day before. Literally. It might have been 2 days before. But he was like, yeah, sure, cool. And Jay is...
You and Jay are really good, like, doing, like, talks and stuff together and videos, just like you and Jason are. It's just easy. Everything comes natural for you guys, and I just think that's cool.
It must be something to do with the name Jason.
That's funny.
I mean, that's the only thing I can come up with. But no, you're right. I mean, it's very organic. It's just he's an easy guy to have a conversation with. So is Jason Adams. I mean, who doesn't love talking to Jason Adams? Come on. I mean, he's perfect. He just texted me, as a matter of fact, and I haven't read it. It has nothing to do with anything that we're talking about. Anthony Norse with the $8.67 super chat, 5309.
8675309.
Right over my head that went. I'm like, what does that mean, 5309? I know that song, Jenny. I know that song.
That's
867-5309. You're a genius, Anthony Norse. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Awesome.
That's hilarious and fun, and it went right. If you hadn't started singing that song, I'd still be saying, what does that mean? What is 5309? Did I just get trolled?
No, he just gave you the last 4 digits of his phone number.
Right. Call it and see what happens. Should I just throw the aqua clears away? Useless. What? What are we talking about here?
Did we miss something?
We must have missed something. I got all this stuff for free. So yeah, you should throw it all away.
No,
Let me look back here and see what is... I've got 2,500 miles on my Skechers. Okay, well, let's stay on topic here, please.
Oh, you of all people are going to say stay on topic.
I run a methodical stream here, okay?
Whatever.
This would be Ian LaBelle asking, should I just throw away the aqua clears?
Ooh.
That is, in my opinion, something that could be considered, you could be brought up on charges for that, for throwing them away.
He got it all for free. I'm just trying to look back and see what else.
I know you said Aqua Clear 70, but Title 74s are the comparable size for the Title, I believe.
He said, any opinions on Aqua Clear 70? I have 2 of them on a 40-gallon. Is that too much?
That's a lot for a 40-gallon. What in the world do you have in there that requires that much filtration.
Probably 8 Oscars.
But there's never a good time to throw away aqua clears.
Yeah. I don't throw away stuff usually unless I think it's useless and it just doesn't work.
We have so much. It's not junk because it's not bad stuff, but we have so many things that we're not using.
I know.
Because we've had tanks that we've taken down, and then we set new ones up, and then we take more down.
And it makes me so sad because it's like I wish we had fish friends around here or people we know, because I'd be like, hey, do you want these heaters? Hey, do you want these filters? Do you want these decorations? Do you want this? Do you want that? Like, we've got a bunch of...
Do you want these guppies?
You want these guppies? I would just give it to people, not try to get money. Get people into fish keeping. You want it?
Even if we had a club that was closer, not 2.5 hours away.
I love that club too.
I love it too, but just put it all in the truck and just as long as the truck doesn't break down, put it all in the truck, take it with us. Anybody want this stuff? I mean, or donate it to their raffle, whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be a great way to get rid of stuff, but we ain't got it like that. And, it's my fault because nobody likes me. So.
What?
I'm being silly.
Yeah.
At least I hope. Danny Dragon again, 1990 with the $5 super chat. Do you guys have any advice for an aquarium fish related online business? No one knows I exist and it feels lonely.
Aww.
What did you guys do to get noticed? Well, you're looking at it.
YouTube.
YouTube is our primary marketing source. It always has been. If you look back to the start of our channel, it was always to promote our business. There was a break there for a little bit where we didn't have the website anymore. I held on to it, at least I thought I did. But we started it back up again in 2020, but I shut it down in late 2017 or 2018.
I thought it was earlier than that.
No, I don't know, but it doesn't really matter.
Back in 18.
It was, well, yeah, but we didn't start the website back up again until July 30th of 2020. I remember that day. But this is what we've always done. It's always been social media, and we've tried for the longest time to not just be an advertising channel. Yes, it's true. I do product videos sometimes. I did a video for kelp wafers recently. Did a video for Marison and Marison 2 recently.
Clear update.
Yeah, but I try to make them videos that are not just, here, I have this, and now you should come buy it from me. It's more, we don't sell these, by the way.
Yeah.
But it's more of like, here's some information about this, and if you want it, you can come and get it from us. But we also had a very different business when we started. We were selling fish, and we don't sell fish anymore. We get emails every day. Do you still sell fish?
Yeah.
But that's what we've done, is we try to deliver value. And the value is not just getting people to our website to buy stuff from us. It's more, give valuable information, and our hope is that people will appreciate that information and then want to purchase from our website. So if you can do that, you're doing the best kind of promotion for your business possible.
Yeah, when we had the fish store, it was fun. I mean, we recorded going to pick up the fish, unbagging the fish, unboxing the fish, putting them in the tank, walking through, doing a walkthrough of them all afterwards.
That was like a routine.
And it was a video, but it was advertising.
Yep.
So people would buy the fish, but people ended up really liking those videos and just wanting to support us by watching and subscribing, and that's how it got to be more.
Yeah, and all those videos are still up too. I mean, we would get a shipment of fish in, we would do a walkthrough, show everything we got, and a lot of times, real good problem to have, but a lot of times we'd be sold out by Monday.
Oh my God, we would sell out so fast.
I mean, we only had a limited inventory, so it didn't take long to sell out of them. But Andrew Bocher, I'm going to say Bocher, with a $10 super chat and nothing on it. Just here's money.
Oh,
That's a special kind of special right there.
thank you.
Thank
But
you.
I wonder if you have a question and you just weren't able to get it in there in time.
Yeah, that's very nice of you, Andrew. $10. That's huge. Thank you. Jill Eugenia, $25. Great day.
Wow.
Started just a few months ago and just got my 5th tank. You all have helped me so much. Thank you.
That's kind of fast.
But that is such a common story, and not always having to do with us. But I'm saying people getting into this hobby, they go crazy, and next thing you know, you got 5, 6, 7, 8 tanks. I would just tell you, Jill,
Be careful.
be careful. And if you ever get to the point where it's starting to feel like you're overwhelmed, stop thinking about adding more,
Yeah.
because you can end up in a situation like we're in.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I don't know how I'm going to take care of all of this, and it's a lot.
Fish do have babies, so you got to keep that in mind, because if you're anything like me, you're going to be like, I got to keep them all the babies. They're all mine.
Jerry Goebel just emailed saying he'd be happy to take guppies off your hands.
More guppies, Jerry?
He actually specifically said, I'd be happy to take some more guppies off your hands.
Oh my gosh, Jerry, I thought all your guppies were giving you enough of a... They're like, well, they come from my guppies. That's why I'm saying yeah. You got it, Jerry. You ask, you will get it. Jerry, if you are still watching, you and Ann should come to Aquariums Unlimited in July.
We have established July 19th.
July 19th.
That's a bit of a drive for him.
It is.
I mean, that's
I
like a
know.
4.5 hour drive or so for him,
Oh,
probably.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a lot, but
But you're guaranteed to see us there, so...
and it's a fun time. I mean, Mark puts on a big event. Mark and Donnie put on a big event. His entire staff is there.
And they make really good hot dogs. Like, they do it like a cookout thing, and their hot dogs are my favorite.
They have hot dogs. Last year they had barbecue hot dogs.
yeah.
I sat for like an hour talking to Mark's father.
Oh, yeah.
He's in his 80s, and he's from New York, and he was a blast. I loved it. I just sat there listening to him, and it was and he was telling a lot of funny stories about Mark, so that was fun too. But yeah, that was a great time, and I hope he's going to be there again this year. Mark is the same age as me, and so it's fun to hear stories about him, because when he was 14, I was 14 too, and I don't know why that makes it more fun to hear those stories, but
Okay.
if my mom went to an event like that, believe me, Mark would sit there and talk to her for an hour or two to hear all the skinny on me,
Oh, yeah.
because it's fun. That's what you do. But yeah, I'm looking
Well-
forward to that. They do have great food there. It rained the entire time last time,
That's true.
so hopefully we don't end up with that. But it's not an outdoor event, but obviously the food part of it is outdoors. And they had it under a tent, and it worked out fine. But
And their giveaways and the raffle, it's just a lot of fun.
they have a big raffle, and the proceeds go to the Ronald McDonald House there in Virginia Beach.
Oh, and they got
So-
so much last year. I thought
Yep.
that was awesome.
It's a really good
Sherry
time.
Coleman. Yeah, Sherry, make sure you come this time a little later. Don't come so early. I don't want to miss you. And I can't wait, because Delisa Bradley will probably come again, and I enjoy seeing her. It's like the only time I see her is that one time a year at Aquariums Unlimited. And we get our annual selfie together.
She says the drive is definitely worth it to see John and Lisa, and more importantly, Bella,
Bella. Aww,
the two-toed
Bella.
sloth. And everybody neglects the squirrels. The squirrels are amazing too.
I got to take them some more pecans.
Yes. he's told me what there's some kind of African variegated squirrel.
They're so adorable.
They're the cutest white and black squirrels, or white and brown. They kind of look
And
like mags.
They're fluffy.
Yeah, they're really, really cute, and they're in a nice big.
Looks like a catio.
It looks like a big giant bird cage is what it looks like,
Yeah.
because it's round on the top.
Yeah.
It's in the middle of the store, and they just jump around, and it's a blast.
And they love my
Bella.
pecans.
It's a good time. I mean, what a great store to hang out in. I mean, you can see those two spectacles, but then also he's got some of the most incredible display tanks on the East Coast.
Yes.
So it's 750 gallon, a 900 gallon, or I think 3 750 gallon. It's insane. Just go. You'll have fun.
Oh yeah, you'll
And we'll be there.
definitely have fun. And I'm gonna bring guppies, so everybody gets a guppy.
That's a great idea. Just bring all of them that are in
And
that tank.
They'll be like party favors. Everybody gets a guppy. Thanks for coming. Give a guppy to everybody going out the door.
I would say we could tell Mark, hey, have a tank available. But that's kind of unfair to him because he's going to want to stock up for the event.
Oh,
But
true. I don't want to do that to him. But if anybody in chat is going to go, I can pre-do it, you know. And then you can buy your fish food from Mark.
there you go. Okay, a lot of people are talking to each other, so I don't have anything in particular in the chat. I had it set on top chat.
Crazy and Love asked, where's the event again? It's in Virginia Beach at Aquarium's Unlimited.
I don't know the address, but it's the only Aquariums Unlimited in Virginia Beach. So I think it's Independence Boulevard.
I think that sounds
I know that's
right.
what you turn off of.
I think
It's
that
right
might
next
be
to a
what it
gym.
is.
There's a McDonald's
Yeah,
there.
it's next to the gym.
Yeah, and the McDonald's
Yeah.
right near the, and it is just down the road from Bit of England, which is a great dart store.
Yes.
Love those stores. What snails are best for a 20-gallon firemouth fry about a half-inch long?
Firemouth fry?
Yep.
Oh. I mean, I don't know. Are firemouths aggressive when they get bigger? Let me tell you, I have 2 mystery snails, ram's horn snails, and accidentally bladder snails in my fluorescent peacock grow out tank. So, but they're fry. I'm not sure how they're going to do later on. But I don't think I would get a mystery snail because I'd worry about their antennas getting nipped later on or whatever. So I would say maybe a nearite. I think a nearite would be better. As
There
long
you
as
go.
you've got algae in there, though, because they like their algae.
Now I want McDonald's. Thanks, John. I haven't had McDonald's. It's been a while. She doesn't let me anymore.
No,
She doesn't let me have it anymore.
I put you and me on a healthy diet.
It's true.
And you have been feeling much better.
For sure. You've been working me to death, but, you know.
I
don't.
make sure
Sorry,
you
that's
get-
in private. Sorry.
I make sure you get your protein.
Talk about going right over somebody's head. We're grown-ups here. Is 2 Title 110s on a 110-gallon tank with 1 Oscar sufficient? Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yes.
But if it was 2, I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's more than adequate. I mean, and I actually think it's a great choice. I Title 110s, AC 110s, either way you go, I think it's a great choice.
Yeah.
If I were choosing, I would take the Titles. If she was choosing, she would take the Aqua Clears.
Yes.
So, but 2 of them on a 110 for 1 Oscar, yeah. I mean, you're doing real good.
Thank you, Sherry, for posting Aquarium's Unlimited address. Thank you.
Yeah. 797B Chimney Hill Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, 23452. It
Right
is.
next to the gym.
Listen, Mark and Donnie are good friends of ours.
Is that thunder?
It is. We love Mark.
didn't know that.
I would give my life for Mark. We adore him. He would do the same for us. But I'm not saying it's the best store in the world because of that. We were saying this, and this is all documented. You can go back when we went and got fish for the saltwater tank. We didn't know Mark.
We did.
We did no. I had met him one time, and my only experience with him is we had gotten into an argument. I had met him one time in Florida at Aquashella. We sat down and duked it out for like an hour and a half. Like people were calling the police, security was involved.
I wasn't joking. There.
It wasn't. It was a heated debate is what it was. And you know, at the end of the conversation, we weren't mad at each other or anything like that. That's all I knew of him. And
I had
then
been to his store before.
You had.
I had even gotten footage from his store before and everything.
But I talked to him before we went up there because Sean had called him and said, hey, can we come up there and get fish? And Mark wanted to talk to me about it first. But, you know, when we went there and we made that video, getting the fish for the saltwater tank, that was the first time I had seen Mark since getting in that argument with him in Florida.
Oh.
So I had talked to him before then, but so we were not friends like we are now. I mean, we were not enemies either, and I was saying then, this is the nicest store I've ever been into. And since then, they've doubled the size. The new space is mostly reptiles. That's where the sloth is and the squirrels are. It's just made it even better than it was. So I was saying this before we became good friends.
And it's so roomy. It's not like it's not like a bunch of aisles crammed together. You know, you got room, and that's what's so nice about it. There's just you've got room.
And every single person that we have ever dealt with that is on staff at Aquariums Unlimited has been amazing. There has not been one person that I've said, yeah, I don't know about that one. Did it just get really quiet in here?
Yeah, it sounds like something cut out. I don't know. Maybe one of the sumps?
This is really weird.
Yeah. What could it be? Huh.
Okay.
All right, that's weird.
I guess if we start hearing water somewhere.
At least we're in here.
You know how sometimes just out of nowhere your ears will pop and you're like, well, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's almost like that just happened, but it happened for you too, so it's not just me. Yeah. The reason why I'm looking around, I'm looking at all of my 240s.
Because you know when something's gone out of a tank.
Yeah, I can see the water running in there.
Yeah, I see the water running in everything. You know what? Was it that?
That thing is silent. I don't think it's that.
Oh. Yeah, well, okay. Glad we got that taken care of. So
people in the chat are even like, yeah, it's gotten quieter on the chat too. I mean, it definitely has. Like something happened in here just now. And the 240s, if the pumps went out, the 240s would, the water would come down.
It would.
So that's why I'm looking at that, because I know I have the 240 for the yellow lab tank is, there was some vibration coming from that pump because it must have been touching up against the wall or something. Maybe it just freed itself. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't y'all start talking about ghosts either. Maybe it's a ghost. A ghost walked by. Did y'all see a ghost? Because if there was a ghost walked by, then that would explain things. This is very bizarre.
I wonder, was it my goldfish tank?
I don't know.
Oh.
Y'all,
I'm
you
gonna go
just
check. I'm gonna go check.
if you were sitting in this room right now, you would know, like, something just turned off. And it's not normal at all. It's not this one. I can hear this one still running. Well, just look at the returns. Can you see water coming out of them? Not in the... I'm talking about in the tank. Like, can you see the current?
Yeah.
Cats are playing around. I don't think it's the cats. They're not even in this room, and it's not the AC. We have the Mr. Cool mini split, which is like dead nuts quiet. The only thing you hear is air, and I mean, it's on. I know what it is. I know what it is. You can come sit down.
What?
Mystery solved.
What?
It's the damn pump out there pumping the water to the fields.
Oh. Well, now I gotta pee.
Well, go pee. So, our neighbors have large irrigation ponds. And they put these massive pumps on these ponds to pump water all the way down the street to provide sprinklers to the fields to water their watermelons and all of that. And they just turned it off. It took me forever to figure it out. I can see it from here, but I can't, like, they have to go there and physically turn it off. So I didn't realize that's what it was, but wow, what a difference it makes. It's almost pleasant in here now. Y'all got to watch that in real time. Sorry to be kind of sorry to let you down. You were thinking there was going to be some kind of drama. No, it's those daggone neighbors. They are the best people ever. So, but that, I don't even know what you would call it. I mean, it's a truck-sized pump that you have to pull with a truck, which they use a tractor. But it is really loud. Like, you go outside and it's like you can't really even have a conversation. Now, if you're at our house, it's not that bad. But if you go over near it, like when I walk Reacher, I'm like, Reacher, come on! She can't hear me because it's really, really loud. So I'm actually relieved to figure that out because that was going to drive me crazy.
Me too.
Maybe entered the twilight zone. I felt like that for a bit. Like I was freaking out there a little bit. Matt says, John, you should get a ghost knife. I love ghost knives.
Oh, I do too.
Perhaps one in your 125. Let me tell you something.
No.
There is nothing more fantastic than one of those grown. You always see those black ghost knives and they're like this big. And they put the little pipes in the tanks for them to hide in and stuff, and it's adorable. But they're like this big. If you've ever seen one grown to like 18, 20 inches, they are magnificent. They don't look as much like a feather. They have the most adorable face, and they're just spectacular. So
Yeah, they're cute.
I don't hate that idea, Matt. And it's John, by the way, but a lot of people do that. Jon is short for Jonathan. My name is not Jonathan. It is just John. How dare you spell my name incorrectly? Guy who I don't even know how to pronounce your last name. How dare you? Did a title quit? Joe, you stop it. You stop it now. No, a title didn't quit, but a pump quit. A pump quit. Just wasn't anything to do with our fish tanks.
I didn't know it was going to rain today. I'm actually really happy to get some free water on my garden.
Is it raining now? That must be why they
Yeah.
turned the pumps off.
Yeah.
It's an irrigation pump. We have those all over the country. Yeah, I mean, we have them all over the place here too. I just wish they would use a Seche because it would be so much quieter. But when I talk about a powerful pump, they have this thing directly across the street from our house. And you can't call it a sprinkler. I mean, it's like a fire hose.
I love when it goes in the road because I'm like, oh gosh,
It's like a free car wash.
If I time it correctly, I could lather the car up really good and just drive through it. Like nobody's ever on the road, hardly ever, except when they wanted to hit my cat in the middle of the night. But go through there like 5 times, back and forth, back and forth. They'll look at me funny if they're looking out the window, but I could get a free car wash.
That's true.
Yeah.
And if you were to really do that, they would just probably say, do you want to just have us hit the car with it? Like,
Do you want me to wash your car for you, Miss Lisa? I
But-
could hear Hunter saying that.
this thing shoots water like a fire hose, like 500 feet. I mean, it's insane.
Better make sure your windows are up when you go by.
It's the biggest sprinkler you've ever seen in your life, and it kind of moves automatically. It's absolutely massive, and so it takes a pump big like that to drive it, I guess. But
Zen said the only time it's rained here recently is when I had to stand in line outside.
yeah, that's how it works, isn't it?
Isn't that your luck? It always rains on Thursdays here, though. It always rains on stream night. Always.
Yep. My mom deliberately named me John because she didn't want my name shortened. That's funny. Well, we have the same issue. But my mom, I've never... she named me John because of the chapter in the Bible, or the book of the Bible. John.
Really?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Yeah.
Then why did she name Karen Karen?
I don't know. Why don't you ask her?
And
You got
Steve
her number.
Steve.
I don't know.
Oh.
Why would I ask her about why she named her other kids those names? I don't know. I just care about mine. I don't know.
Oh, well, I named my son David, and that was a king. Just saying.
Okay. A lot of people, it's funny, call me Jonathan because people just assume if my name's Jonathan or my name's John, it must be short for Jonathan. But nope. I've heard that ghost knives are hard to keep. Yeah, I've heard that too. That's why you don't see a lot of them very big. You see them this big, people get them, and then they die, and then they don't have them anymore. I've seen one that would probably be considered like full grown, and that was at the Baltimore Aquarium
Oh.
in their South American or whatever river, freshwater, whatever. Or it might have been Shed, or it might have been Virginia Beach. How about this? It was a public aquarium is where I saw
It was
one.
an aquarium.
Just redid one of my 130 liter tanks with my new Chihiro's light. Oh, Chihiro's WRGB light. And wow, so much better than the Fluval Plant 4.0. How dare you, Graham? No, I haven't seen that. The Chihiro's, I don't even know how to say it. I'm probably not saying it right. I have heard good things about that light. So I'm not gonna talk trash about it because I've heard good things about it. But better than the Fluval 4.0? I don't know if I agree with that. I have 2 Nicrew lights on my 40. Are they any good? I have never used Nicrew lights.
Is that what Jason likes? Oh, I've heard people talk about him before.
I think maybe he has had some, but he likes the AIs.
Oh.
I mean, that's what he likes now.
I just knew it was a different name that I wasn't used to, we haven't had. So.
I'm not going to do what I think Graham Holbrook is doing.
Oh.
I think what Graham is doing is justifying his expense for that Chihiro's, whatever, however you say it, light, by pooping on the Fluval Plant 4.0.
Oh.
I will not do that. I will not poop on a light that I haven't used. And I'm giving you a hard time, Graham. Don't take me seriously. I'm just being silly. But I've heard good things and I've heard bad things about the Nicrew lights. But one of the things that I've heard about them, they're good for cheap lights. That's what I've heard. So there you go. I'm in Vancouver. It's supposed to rain, but hasn't lately. Well, you'll get plenty of water in the winter in Vancouver.
Really? How do you know?
Because it snows a lot there.
Oh. I don't know. I've never been.
I haven't either.
Ah.
We've been invited. That's where Tropica is.
Oh.
They probably have their greenhouse set up by now. There'd be actually something to see when we were initially invited. Well, we weren't really invited, but we were like, they said, well, yeah, you can come, but there's not really much to see. We're just basically a distribution facility, but the place in Denmark is where the real action happens.
Gotcha.
Won't grow some of the harder plants, but good for most easily available plants. Yeah, most lights are good for easy available plants, which is good.
What kind of plant do you think this is, and do you think it needs a light?
I think that's probably like a dwarf hairgrass, perhaps, or possibly a microsword. I think it's probably a microsword.
Yeah, I don't know.
You need to talk about that little fella. Put it up closer so it focuses.
It's focusing.
It's not focused. I'm sitting here looking at it. It's not focused. Put it up closer. There it goes. Is that the cutest thing you've ever seen, or what?
Yeah, I was at my nephew's graduation party, high school graduation party a couple weeks ago, and my sister-in-law said, "Oh, Lisa, I got this. Do you want it?" And she shows it to me, and I go, "Yes, of course. Duh, it's cute." So, I love that little thing.
I just learned something new today. John is John.
Oh,
Who knew?
I knew.
That's Whip's World. You knew.
I knew.
If they're small, then understand. You see, this is why I hate only going to... I didn't mean for that to sound the way it sounded, but it's hard to find good chats. But anyway, listen. Crazy Love, Arizonian, or Asian, whoever it is. Maybe they've clarified that in the chat. I don't know. Are the Shark Pro Nanos too much flow for a beta in a 10-gallon tank, and Nanofish 20-gallon long? I actually bought 2 Shark Pro Nanos under impulse to support you, though I really didn't need them.
Aw.
Well, that's very nice of you. And if you're going to buy something on impulse, that's a pretty daggone good product to get, especially if you got 10 and 20-gallon tanks. I mean, people are looking to you for beta advice, so why don't you answer that?
Can you reread it? Because I was reading another question.
Shark Pro Nano in a 10-gallon with a beta.
Oh,
of course
yeah.
it's fine.
It's going to work perfectly fine.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And a 20 long, absolutely. I mean, the flow that comes out of them, I'm sure you've hooked it up already, is a lot stronger than you would expect out of a small filter like that. I mean, it's impressive how powerful it gets.
And, you know, if it does start to slow down a little bit, you just pop off the little cube thingy and you clean out the sponges. So, and you can even buy the attachments. Like, you can buy an extra, what do you call those? It's not a cartridge. Is it called a cartridge?
Additional cartridge, yeah.
Yeah, and, you know, you can pop the new one on and take the old one and clean it and just go back and forth with them. So.
And let me tell you all something, since we're talking about a CJ product. If you missed the Tank Talk podcast on Monday, you missed Jay from CJ revealing the new hang on the back filter that CJ is releasing in the very near future. I didn't know he was going to do that. I was kind of hoping to, as the young people say, get the tea.
Get the tea.
And I was like, are you going to be able to say anything? And he was like, yeah, I'll say a little bit. And then he just ended up showing the whole daggone thing.
That's so funny.
And
It's really nice.
it's so neat. I'm really excited about this one. And I'm not saying it because I'm a CJ fanboy. I am a CJ fanboy. That is a fact. But I think this filter might take over the number one slot. I really do. Well, no, it's not going to. I know that's very bold. If Steve Berlin is watching right now, he just dropped his phone. There's one reason and one reason only that it won't take over.
Oh.
And that's
it's
because
not the bigger size
they don't have
yet.
the bigger sizes yet.
Oh, but that's, you know what? For so many people having the 10s, 20s, 30s, 55s, 75s, it's going to be fine.
And that's what I at first when they told me that. They told me this at Chris's event. They were like, they're coming out. They're going to be 10, 20, and 40. And I was like, oh, why aren't we doing the bigger ones? And they're like, well, they will eventually, but we're starting out with those. And I was initially like, man, that's a bummer. But then as I thought about it, I'm like, wait a minute. We sell all 5 Aqua Clears. We sell all 5
And the biggest
titles.
selling one is a 55.
55s and under.
Yeah.
I mean, with the Aqua Clears, it would be the 50
But
and under.
definitely, because I do the inventory and all the ordering, it's 55s. The 55s
Yes.
are the biggest seller,
By far.
definitely.
And for the titles, the one that's probably the biggest seller after the 55 is the 35.
Yeah.
So, and with the Aqua Clears, it's the 50s, the 30s, and the 20s. So it's not a problem. I mean, that's most of the people that have bigger tanks, they're not looking to put hang on the backs on them anyway.
They
so
want canisters or sumps or
Right.
whatever.
So I think it's perfectly fine. But I am also excited for when they release the big ones. When they release the big ones, if they're just like the small ones, I can't imagine it not taking over my number one spot. I mean, they are, if you were to say, okay, what are all the best things of all of the filters? You take that list of best things, you put them all into one filter. That's what you have. That's the CJ Aquafiltra. And I'm saying that having never touched one in person.
Well, after seeing the video that Jay did of that amazing, I mean, that was an amazing video of that filter.
Those haven't released yet.
I know, but
yeah.
we got to see them. But anyways, it looks like the title and the Aqua Clear had a baby. They had a baby, and they made the best filter, and I haven't even used one yet. So
It has the most unique flow I've seen on a filter. It has a feature on it that is, it's just not a feature that any other filter has. And that feature is, it's kind of difficult to describe, but like on the titles and on the Aqua Clears, you have media baskets that you can pull that basket out, take it over to your sink, do your maintenance, bring it back. Well, on the CJ, the whole daggone, all the guts of the filter lift all out. Everything lifts right out. But the filter, the main body of the filter stays in place, so the pump is still there in the tank, and everything else just lifts out of the top, and you can carry the whole thing over and do your maintenance and bring it back. Really, really cool. And the way it's made, it forces water to go where they want it to go instead of just wherever it goes. And it's a beautiful, beautiful design. And I love the fact that the pump is in the dead nut center under the spillway. I've never seen that before. The way they've done it, I haven't seen it before. The entire width of the filter is the spillway. I just think it's perfect. I really do.
it's adorable.
And as far as the pricing goes, we don't have official pricing on it yet, but it is right in line, if not even cheaper than the titles and the Aqua Clears. It's not going to be, competing with the top fins and stuff like that as far as the cheapest price. It's going to be, more up there, but when I say up there, I mean, kind of in line with Penguin Pros, titles, Aqua Clear, that kind of thing. So it's not no, it's not going to break the bank either. So it's perfect. It's perfect in every way.
Yeah.
And a 5-year warranty. Nobody else is doing that. How long until the release? That I don't know for sure, and I could not get Jay to say a date. And he's
But aren't they
very
sending us
smart.
one?
I would imagine they would, but I don't
Tell
know.
them to send me 6.
Yeah, we're going to need some for those 10s. But yeah, it's coming, and we will have them. As soon as they're available, we will have them. I can promise you that. And it's... CJ is going to be doing what James Gunn is doing right now. Like, they're going to make an all-out push for these filters. Everybody's going to know about them. Everybody's going to know that they're out there. I've seen some of the promotion that they're getting ready, and it's just incredible. Jay has a talent that I will never possess, and it pisses me off, if I'm being honest with you. Because I'm like, I wish I could do that stuff that he does, but I can't do it. So, speaking of James Gunn, did anybody see that new trailer yesterday? Woo!
Who's James Gunn?
The director and writer of the new Superman movie.
Oh, well, there's 14 minutes left. We should probably not talk about this yet.
I'm just saying, it's a beautiful trailer. The dog rips the mask off, and then Superman punches him, and the guy's teeth fly out.
Did he go to the dentist?
I haven't talked to him. I don't know.
Oh.
But if you already have titles that work just fine on your tanks, would you say it would be worth a switch to the Aquafiltra? No, I wouldn't say do that.
No, if it's working, leave it alone.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money on stuff you don't need to waste your money on. You can save that and buy something you really need. You never know. If you want to spare something, get a spare heater.
Good point. There are things that are a definite improvement from this filter from the title. They manufacture the titles too, by the way, in case you didn't know that. CJ manufactures the titles. They have made improvements that will make it, at least it appears on paper, better than the titles, better than the Aquaclears too. But I wouldn't say get one. If your filter's working perfectly fine, I don't want your money. I'd rather you buy some plants or some fish food, or, wait till your filter's not working anymore.
Oh, but then that's a problem because you don't want to not have a filter working.
That is true.
But the likelihood of that happening is probably slim. So, especially if it's working fine.
Shenanigans. Me bringing up Superman isn't exactly the shenanigans I was talking about, Rack. There was some shenanigans last week that really bothered me. And I'm not going to talk about it because nobody's done it. Well, one guy did it, and I just timed him out. And so he's not going to do that anymore. But, yeah.
I didn't see it.
People trying to get under my skin, and it worked. And it bothered me all week. So wasn't gonna tolerate those
Look
shenanigans.
at that. Isn't it cute? What a cute little bowl with a fishy.
Look at Whip's World. Hey, John, have you seen the new Superman trailer? No. Did they release one? Oh, geez.
Wait, didn't you talk about that on the Money Pit?
I did. That's why I deleted it, because I talked about it too much. Somebody said, crazy in love, Asian, Arizonan, who knows. I'm not sure I like the actor for this Superman.
Uh-oh.
You said, uh-oh. I didn't know at first.
Let me just sit back here.
I didn't know at first if I was going to like him. I had a reaction when they first announced David Cornsweet playing Superman. My reaction was, who's David Cornsweet? And then I saw pictures of him, and I was like, oh, okay. He has the look. I completely disagree. Crazy in love Asian, Arizonian. I think he's awesome. What I have seen, I think he's amazing. Is he Christopher Reeve? No, nobody is. But I think he might become my number 2. I love Henry Cavill so much. But I think he might take over at number 2. I really do. I already have my tickets, by the way.
Oh, you did get them already?
I got them today.
Oh.
Yep.
Tickets? You only need one.
Well, me and Sam are going.
Oh.
It's been a part of the plan for 2 years now. Maybe not 2 years. Whenever I went to my mom's and you were sick for Christmas,
Okay.
2 Christmases ago, we made the plan then that we're going to see it opening night.
I think I remember. Yeah, you told me that. But I mean, I knew he was going.
Yeah. You're not invited. You're not allowed to go.
Thank you.
I'm taking you Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, because Sam and I are going on Saturday now. I'm going to really struggle on Friday. The day Superman releases is a Friday. We were going to go that day. My nephew just started a new job, and he doesn't have off that Friday. So I don't know what I'm going to do on Friday. I thought about telling him, okay, well, then me and Lisa are going to go see it Friday, and then you and I will see it on Saturday. But it would break his heart if I did that.
Yeah, you can't do that to him.
So I'm going to tough it out. I'm going to wait. We've got tickets for a 1 o'clock showing on Saturday
Oh, that's good.
in the IMAX theater.
That'll be even better.
I'm just going to have to stay off social media all day on
Friday.
Friday.
And oh my God, you're not going to be able to not go on YouTube.
It's
going to
it's going to be a problem. Let me tell you something. I'm about to say a 3-letter curse word, okay? Well, it's actually a lot more letters than that, but the curse part is 3 letters. There's so many assholes on YouTube that spoil movies the day they come out. It drives me crazy. And the way they do it is by doing thumbnails that have some kind of surprise. Like, let's say Brainiac makes an appearance in this movie, or Batman makes an appearance in this movie, and you learn, oh my God, Alan Ritchson is playing Batman. We hope, anyway. So they'll put that in the thumbnail, and it's like, come on, really? It just pisses me off. So I'm just going to have to completely stay off of the computer on Friday and not go. And not, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try.
Okay. I don't know how you're going to do it either. Maybe that you'll just have to plan to, gosh, what are you going to do?
I don't know.
You're like, you are always on YouTube.
I even thought, like, okay, I will, I'll take you on Friday.
And we've already been through that.
We'll go to the one here, and then I'm like, I'll just keep it a secret. I just
Oh,
won't
and
tell
act
him.
really surprised. Act super, super surprised.
I just can't do that,
You can't do that to Sam. And plus, you know, if I ever got mad at you, I will just have him rewatch this live stream.
No, I can't do that. I mean, I'm gonna have to keep myself busy on that Friday. There are so many channels that do a great job. Like Emergency Awesome was one of my favorite channels. He does a great job of not spoiling things. Jeremy Johns does a great job. But then there's 1,000 small channels, and you know them right now because they're all saying the same dumb stuff right now. They're all talking about Superman would never knock a guy's teeth out, and he would never make jokes and all of this nonsense. I don't know if I like the dog. They're all saying the same crap. They're all echoing each other, and it pisses me off. So I don't want to watch those channels anyway. I don't care what their opinions are of this movie. I'm going to love it because it's Superman, it's live action, and I can't wait to see it. And I've loved every movie James Gunn has made. He made the Guardians of the Galaxy movies and stuff, which I know you liked those.
Reign of Zippy has a very good point. You could turn that Friday into your tape maintenance and fish room makeover day.
It's a good idea. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to turn all notifications off. Like, it's going to be a problem. Like, there's no way I make it to Saturday.
I really have no idea how I'm going to keep you from it.
There's no way I'm going to be able to do. A lot of YouTubers are respectful and they wait a few days to do spoilers, but Fortnite Friday. So here's the thing, Curtis Crump. Even that can contain spoilers.
Oh, very true.
Because they could release skins. The Superman skin doesn't release until July 11th, which is opening day. Now, I have them already because I'm elite and I paid for the bundle. But they could release skins on that day on top of Superman that are skins that are characters that we don't know about. You know, somebody's showing up in the movie that we don't know about. That would ruin everything. So, yeah, yeah.
Whip said, I have an idea, Lisa. Chili, lots of chili. Keep you in the bathroom.
Superman's probably going to be great. Fantastic Four, probably not. I agree. Fantastic Four looks pretty dumb, if I'm being honest. I like Pedro Pascal a lot as an actor. I like the guy that's playing Ben Grimm, but of course we don't know. You don't see him at all because he's a big rock. I've never seen the guy that's playing Johnny Storm. Don't know the girl that's playing Sue Storm. So I'm not going to go see that movie in the theater. I'll watch it when it streams. But I'll go see Superman 9 times. James Gunn for God of War, please. That would be incredible. Who would play Kratos, though? Cavill.
I don't know.
Cavill's the answer. It's the answer for everything when you need a big buff guy that's super good looking. It's Cavill or it's Alan Ritchson. Those are the two. Reacher. He's a god amongst men.
Who's Who's Cavill? Who's Cavill? What?
Superman is Henry Cavill.
I thought that was that Hornwork guy.
Well, he is now, but there was 3 movies. Well, technically 4 if you count the last 30 seconds of Black Adam. I can't believe I'm so disappointed in you. Like, are there divorce attorneys like on Google? Like, I could probably find one. Like, that's grounds for divorce.
Really?
You know listen, y'all, you know how much money she spent on me for Christmas to buy me the 12-inch Henry Cavill figure of Superman Hot Toys?
I didn't know that's what his name was. I just call him Superman. Superman is Superman. Or Clark Kent. I mean, how many other names does Superman have?
Well, he's got 3. 4 if you count Man of Steel. Kal-El, Clark Kent, Superman. He's got 3 names.
Okay.
Henry Cavill's my favorite, so I don't know if I can accept the new Superman, but we'll see. And I get that. I understand it. I don't know how old you are, crazy in love, Arizonian. I'm sure it's Asian, but why would there be a Z then? It's Arizonian. I grew up, it was Christopher Reeve. You might be younger, and so all you know is Henry Cavill as Superman. I get it.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Christopher Reeves.
But when I told you the reaction I had when I heard David Cornsweet, I had the exact same reaction when I heard, this is how I read it online. Henry Cavill is playing Superman? Who's that? And
exactly.
I loved him. I mean, I thought he was great. I didn't like this. I loved the movies, but I wasn't as crazy about the story.
Oh, I got to interrupt.
Please do, because we only got a minute left.
The original Lois Lane with the Christopher Reeve Superman.
Margot Kidder.
She played in a movie we just watched called Nanos.
No, she's dead, honey.
I thought that was her.
No, that was Dr. Melfi.
Not that one.
And Adrian from
one.
Rocky. Adrian.
No, the other one. The one who had been a nun.
That's Adrian from Rocky. I don't know her name.
Oh, yeah.
Margot Kidder died like 3 years ago.
That's right. Wrong movie. That's right. And I even said that it was Rocky's wife when I watched it. I just completely had a brain toot.
I think everybody from the Donner Supermans is dead, except for Stamp. I don't remember his first name. Otis is dead. Lex is dead. Superman's dead. Lois Lane's dead.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But
Dean Cain is the first Superman for me. He's a good Superman. But
who is the one? Who did she play? Hold up. The Lois Lane that I'm thinking of that plays in the show I'm watching, Virgin River, right now. I showed you a picture. Which Lois Lane was she?
there's been like 12. There's Terry Hatcher. There's the one from Superman and Lois. I don't know her name. There's Margot Kidder, who's no longer with us. There's the one from Superman Returns. I don't know her name. There's Amy Adams. Anyway, it's
None of
9:01.
those. Oh, Joanna just messaged me. She said they're live.
Okay. They're doing a special episode tonight. I don't think Jason's there. I think it is Eli and Joanna tonight over on the Primetime Aquatics channel. So that ought to be fun. Hopefully everybody has a good time going over there, hanging out with him. With them, excuse me. I have to look up divorce attorneys because I can't believe my
She
wife
said
doesn't know who
she
Henry
thinks-
Cavill is.
She thinks they're live.
Oh boy, Jason's not there to do it for him. That's exactly how you would be if you streamed without me. But anyway,
Huh.
I'm going to let you say goodbye to everybody because
okay,
I won't do
yeah.
it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Thank you. I'm lost now because I was sitting there texting. Thank you so much for being here. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for all the super chats and the gifted memberships and just the fun talk and everything. It was a lot of fun. And thanks for being here. And I hope you go over and check out, no, don't check her out, but go watch. Go watch Joanna and Eli on the Primetime live stream tonight. You'll have a lot of fun. So I will see you guys, and John probably too, unless we're divorced, next Thursday.
It's not going to happen. I'm a lucky guy.
Bye.
I'm really mad at her right now.